Hey guys, THUNDERSTUD here, and today we're going over what's becoming a more popular way to bring out Dark Cavalry. It's a nice little combo. We've secretly had it in this game for a little while now in the form of Trident Warrior. Way back when Trident Warrior was a brand new card, I used to use him to get to Slash Dragon even faster. We didn't really have Dark Cavalry at the time, I believe. But it's combinations with things like Dark Sealed Hex Fusion and Fusion Parasite. Now, the old combo I was talking about, it used to just be Trident Warrior and a Dark Sealed Hex Fusion because he only summons level 3s. But now we have a bunch of monsters who will summon level 4 or lower, so virtually any monster. That opens up the doors for Fusion Parasite. Fusion Parasite works just like Dark Sealed Hex Fusion, and where it'll substitute any fusion material, but his difference, where you need to activate Dark Sealed Hex Fusion while he's on the field, all you gotta do with Fusion Parasite is special summon him, then he can do a fusion outright, almost like Sit Tree play, but you just gotta manually special summon him yourself, which we can do with either Marauding Captain or Goblinberg. So special summon a level 4 or lower, switch him to defense, special summon a level 4 or lower. And your opponent cannot target face-up warrior type monsters for attack except himself. Don't really use that one too often. Just get your Parasite out, but they'll also bring out your Dark Sealed Hex Fusion. Then you have to manually activate his effect, and you can do your Dark Cavalry, your Slash Dragon. You can't do your Brave Neos with Dark Sealed, but you can do it with your Fusion Parasite. Then we have some Xyz and Cowboy, easy way to get over some monsters, and Utopia, who's a good defensive option. So that's really all it is. We have 2 Goblinberg, 2 Marauding Captain, 3 Trident Warriors, 2 sets of 3 for what we need as fusion material. We're using Sphere Boy. 1 is protection, 2 he stays in your hand. We need him to stay in your hand so Dark Cavalry has options to negate things. If it's all back row, you're just going to set your back row, have nothing in your hand for your Dark Cavalry, and things won't go as well. But we are using some back row. World Legacy Clash I find is a really good way to protect our Dark Cavalry. And then Mirror Wall helps us with Destiny Draw. It stops monster attacks. We're only using 1 though. Don't want to go too crazy with the back row like I was saying, because you don't want to be setting a lot of cards. You just want Fat Hand with a Dark Cavalry on the field. Maybe quick play a World Legacy Clash to avoid a Floodgate or something like that. Lots of simple stuff. We're also running 1 Materialized Fusion, who will bring Dark Cavalry out from any combination of our boys. So really, Dark Cavalry is just hopping on the field. All these rest of the monsters are just utility. It's pretty much a Dark Cavalry deck. Very cool stuff. I never really revisited Trident Warrior with Dark Cavalry. Like I said, he was mostly just a Slash Dragon, especially since he's a warrior. He'll equip to that Slash Dragon. Used to be a cool little combo. Wasn't even the best way to get Slash Dragon out at the time, but still a great option. So this deck's pretty decent. I don't know if I'd run it right into the KC Cup, but it could probably hold its own. It'd probably do decent as long as you really know what you're fighting and what to anticipate with your Dark Cavalry, when to empty your hand, when to keep your hand fat, all that different kind of stuff. So it's a fun little deck, getting pretty popular with these 2 cards. So you've probably seen it around a little, but this is just a different little version of it with Trident Warrior. Works with those Dark Seal Hex Fusions. Pretty nice. So overall, I hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching. Alright, here we are facing a Yuma, going second. I like the background of the first stage KC Cup a little better than this one. So here we have our Trident Warrior. Remember, Trident Warrior can't special summon Fusion Parasite, so he really only works with Dark Sealed Hex Fusion. Got our Goblinberg, but we're going to go with Trident Warrior first. Bring out Dark Sealed Hex Fusion, use Dark Sealed Hex Fusion's attack. Dark Cavalry tries to hit us with Floodgate. So imagine he had a face-up monster and we got Floodgated. We could have triggered a World Legacy Clash, hit him with that. So we are in fact fighting Shiranui. He uses Solitaire to bring out another Spectral Sword after tributing a Spectral Sword. Now he uses, what was that, level dupe, to bring out a Shogun Saga. He gets hit with a Sphere Boy. Now remember, we have another Dark Cavalry follow-up. So we normal summon Goblinberg, special summon Fusion Parasite. That's 1 Dark Cavalry. We already have a face-down Dark Cavalry also. And now we're about to bust out 3 Dark Cavalries super quick. Our second turn, 3 Dark Cavalries on the field. Nothing to stop the negation, but what do we need to gate with all these Dark Cavalries? Swing that piercing into that 0D works out great, great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yusei. Going second. This deck can go first or second, doesn't really matter. Got a Matchlight Fusion, a Goblinberg. Nothing to really do though. We got a top deck, something pretty good. We have a World Legacy Clash. Fighting the almighty Crystrons. People are really thinking this is going to be Crystron's KC Cup to really shine. And that they'll get hit with the ban list, but we'll have to see. Crystrons have been around for so long. Nothing much is really new with them. So I don't really see them super running away with it. I still believe Shiranui are the strongest deck in Duel Links right now. So here we're going to normal summon a Goblinberg just to make really good use of our World Legacy Clashes. We threaten the C-Tree, which means he has to bring out his Amatrix. He's going to Cosmic Cyclone one of our World Legacy Clashes, not a huge deal, because we have a second one right there. Now he normal summons a Tuner, goes into a Coral Dragon. Thirst-Vern. Thirst-Vern gives him a Search of a Rosenex. Throws away that Rosenex with his Coral Dragon, aims for our World Legacy Clash, but we're still going to use it on that Coral Dragon regardless. Now he uses Rosenex to bring out a token, uses Coral Dragon and that token to make a Samurai Destroyer. So now Samurai Destroyer ignores Sphere Boy, brings out a Sulfineer, defense mode, brings him out Citri, so he can make a 9, he can make a 7, chooses to make nothing. Smiger gives him an Impact. Impact doesn't scare us. Swings with the Amatrix. We have to hit the Amatrix with the Sphere Boy because we can't Sphere Boy Samurai Destroyer. Now he wisely stops from letting us not get Destiny Draw. We could have easily Destiny Drawn, but this is what we were going to Destiny Draw into anyway, so we just top deck it. And it has to be Dark Sealed Hex Fusion. Could not be Fusion Parasite. Couldn't just normal summon him and do a fusion. That's Dark Sealed Hex Fusion, baby. So he gets to normal summon, activate his effect. That's literally the card we were going to Destiny Draw. So he got pretty unlucky there, avoiding our Destiny Draw, and we just draw it anyway. So we got out, used Dark Sealed Hex Fusion for one Cavalry, used Materialized Fusion for the second Cavalry. That's two Cavalries, guys. That's Fat Pierce on that Citri. Tries to use Impact. That's just going to give us more Fat Pierce on a Citri once again. Hit him for lethal. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing another Yami Yugi. Now, I said I wouldn't just run this into KC Cup, but I did anyway. It's second stage. I feel this deck is just fine as long as you play a little proper. You'll get a decent win ratio, so it'll be fine for the KC Cup. This is not a good hand. We have a World Legacy Clash that's dead, but we have two Sphere Boys, so nothing too crazy is going to happen to us. Here our boy tries to Twin Barrel us. Not really going to work. So now we bring out our Trident Warrior. We could have gone into some Xyz with our Goblinberg, but I have a feeling I know what this guy is. So he is in fact Desperado. Now this is why I picked World Legacy Clash. A lot of the things that don't target and are going to destroy your Dark Cavalry can really be dodged with the World Legacy Clash. So he tries to use this Desperado Barrel Dragon. We trigger our World Legacy Clash. We have no monsters. He's still going to have to destroy a monster. Has to destroy his own Desperado Barrel Dragon with no follow-up. He did follow up, get to search a Temperance, but that's no big deal. We get our Trident Warrior right back, and we can protect him with Sphere Boy. Save our Dark Cavalry combo if we pull something like a Fusion Parasite, so now we can normal summon him. We couldn't have just normal summon Fusion Parasite. He has to be special summoned in order to get this combo off. So we bring him out, swing over a Glow Up Bulb. It's going to hurt a lot, but he uses his Temperance. Now we hit him for 1800, just below Destiny Draw. But he's using Draw, Sense, Spell, Trap, so that doesn't really matter. Draws a Charge of Light Brigade. Mills nothing too crazy. Milled another Desperado and Twin Barrel, so it's not the end of the world for us. Searches another Temperance. Now he's gonna normal summon a Raiden. Mill out another Raiden, get to 1900. We'll use a Sphere Boy on that. We don't really mind. Mills even more of his deck. Now we get a Materialized Fusion. That's gonna be a second Dark Cavalry, no problem. And that's a lot of Pierce. That's a lot of damage coming. He uses the one Temperance. Now we hit him for the 3300, no Temperance there. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Zane. Going second. Yeah, it just seems like they removed stuff from the background of the second stage versus the first stage. Pretty weird. So, we have a Magicalized Fusion, Marauding Captains with a Fusion Parasite. We top deck a Trident Warrior. Not really much he could do for us in this instance. We go with the Fusion Parasite play with the Marauding Captain. That's an immediate Dark Cavalry. I already know that's a Veer down there, but we got a Magicalized Fusion for a second Dark Cavalry. Just gonna fall just short of lethal because our boy did not put a spell card, but we would have needed a couple spell cards. But it's okay, we're not going to swing to give him more Cyber Dragons. Here he's going to, or I know why I saved this play. This is a common mistake a lot of people make with Fusion Gate Cyber Dragons. And it's very, very, very common mistake. So he's about to Fusion Gate. He's right so far, he's gone into his Rampage Dragon. Now he mills even more. Now he's able to use Cybernetic Fusion support, get some Cyber Styles. So far he's doing fine. Now he's going to Fusion Gate, use his support, banish 3 from his graveyard. That brings out a Cyber End Dragon. Now he could possibly get a twin out next to it, maybe with a Cyber Load to use that banish pool. But other than that, he doesn't really have the means to do another fusion. So he starts another fusion, sees Chimera Tech as his only option, has to use all his monsters to make this Chimera Tech, and it's only 2400, destroys his Fusion Gate, sets a monster. But what are you gonna do versus all these Cavalries? We set a Trident Warrior, swing over him, and swing for lethal, so don't go too far with your Fusion Gates, because it'll let you, but it'll just break. Alright, here we are facing a Luna, going first. That fancy KC Cup coin. He's using a Halloween mat with a black rose sleeve. Pretty styling. We got our Marauding Captain, Sphere Boy, but we're gonna special summon that Fusion Parasite. Immediate Fusion. That's Dark Cavalry. We have a Mirror Wall and a Sphere Boy. Remember, we're still getting the full value of Sphere Boy while keeping him in our hand. So if we get targeted, we can use it. If we don't, we can use him as a Sphere Boy. So he banishes our Fusion Parasite, brings out our, pretty much does nothing. So he brought out a Purgatrio, but we just casually swing over him. We had a Mirror Wall if he tried to do an Alistair, but he didn't have to use an Alistair because he used our Fusion Parasite. So now he's going to try to Canadia us. We have 2 cards in our hand, that's 2 instances of negation, so we get rid of that. Now he's trying to hit us with the real target, the Karma Cut. Get rid of that too. Now he's going to target us with Forbidden Lance. Does literally nothing but save him from lethal. So not a huge deal. Now he has no cards in his hand. 7 cards in his graveyard. No cards in his hand. Not much he's going to be able to do, but he does normal summon a Buried Magician Girl. Search a Kiwi. Nothing he can do though, guys. We still have our Mirror Wall. We still have a World Legacy Clash. Top deck of Trident Warrior. He'll be able to swing nice and easy. Get hit with sorry, a Kiwi Girl. Stops the lethal, but finished by Cavalry. Great stuff, guys. And yeah, that's what this deck is, guys. Just pump out a bunch of Cavalry. So you could get in trouble if your opponent gets out a Sun Saga. You could maybe Sphere Boy them and then pierce that 0 defense. And there's ways to get out. It's just once you get over about a 3k monster, it's a little hard for your Dark Cavalry to really get in there. World Legacy Clash does help, but it does have some weaknesses around this deck, so it's not perfect. But boy, oh boy, does it get Dark Cavalry out like crazy, and he alone is a very strong monster. So hope you guys enjoyed this deck. I'm sure a lot of you are already running it, but it's pretty fun stuff, so do give it a try, and I hope you guys enjoyed.